What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? As you can see, we are going to the next part of the tier list making, which is going to be with the team two of tanks. If you don't understand how and what this tier list is all about, you may need to get a refresher from part one of this. This is basically a damage versus tanks of five different titans of Epic War 5. You have the five what I consider damage titans, and I have the five what you consider tank titans. And you'll have to go and see why I did label them as damager slash tank, and you would also have to go back and see what all these E1s and T1s are all about. You just have to go back and see all of that. But for this case, we are going by the same rules we did last time, and but for this time we're going through the whole campaign with the tanks. Now, as you can see, Team One suffered greatly in the trials. They did not complete any trial. They had to go to tier 3 in the second mission, and they completely failed extra 8. Basically, if the tank team can perform better than Team 1 in every extra and at least get just one tier, like just one trial mission, that means that they automatically would win. And that would be basically the end of it. But we will, I mean, even if they do win, we are still going to complete the whole run just to see how much better they are. So let's go through it. So here we are. Let me just enter it full screen and let's get down to business, shall we? Alright, here we go. Trial 1. Let's get right into it, shall we? Even did have a lot of trouble with. Um, but with the AoEs from the dragon, they're really able to clear out a lot pretty quickly. Dragon just died, so we're just gonna have to see how it plays out. They do still have the Angel, which is also really great against a wave of enemies as well, so that's good. The three strongest Titans in this group are back together in a full force. They might be able to get some real work done here. All the Titans are together, except for one of the Golems. It's kind of hard to get both of the Golems together, though, because they're just kind of pretty squishy, honestly, but comparatively to the others, I mean. They did get it, but the rest of the Titans did die. But now that all the structures are gone, they're not going to have much of an issue. Oh yeah, they got this. Yep, she's dead. They are blowing through them like fucking nothing right now. They are blowing through all the Rangers. Every one of them. Like nothing. This is actually kind of crazy how much of a difference it is. Because I remember the first time they just got pushed back so many times. Boss is not doing too great, I'll be honest with you. He's already half dead. Once he gets closer to the spawning area, it's gonna be a way tougher for him. Oh yeah. Yeah, they squashed him. Third mission going pretty well so far. Can't do that. Now we're fighting the Earth Dragon. Earth Dragon has already lost a huge portion of its health, surprisingly enough. He will push forward, but one more attack like that from the Earth Dragon, whatnot, and he ain't gonna do too well, that's for sure. Here they go again. This might be the killing blow, maybe not. Who knows? Oh yeah, this is definitely it. Yep, he's down. They're all dead too. Oh. Mission 4, lads. Fighting the boss now. It's going pretty well, I'm not even gonna lie. Boss is now dead. Moving on to the next one. All of them are united against the other black dragon. Come on, fellas. They got it. Easy. Power goblins. They completely obliterated that boss on this level. All of our titans are together, except for the Phoenix. Boss is about to go down. And she's dead. Now for the Inferno. I'm not sure about this one, but we'll see. I don't know how this is gonna work. The defense buff might just make the difference. Fuck. Alright, so they were able to defeat him. I'm just gonna count that as a win. Technically, I did get defeated, but that was kind of my fault because I forgot to proc the defense buff earlier. So, they did actually manage to do it. It just required them to be tier 3. And I also didn't put the defense buff on them. As you can see, like, I didn't put it on. So if I did put this on, they would have been able to tank it enough. And like I said, it was a tie. We both died at the same time, but I messed up because I didn't proc the defense earlier. So, in all technicality, they definitely did win that. If I did, like I said, if I had the defense on them, they would have won. Easy. But, so I'm just going to give them the pass there. The main thing was just the walls. Like, that's what really kind of separates them from the damager side. Because they actually have this guy that can pop a wall. So, that's the only thing. So, I will still give them the benefit of the doubt and just, you know, give them their tier. So, for tier 1, for E1, it's definitely going to be... Well, they completed every single one... Actually, as I realized, they did mess up on... Damage team actually did lose on E2 quite badly. But they actually succeeded at that. So far, they have done every single mission at tier 1, except for the Inferno, which required them to be at tier 3. So already looking better for them, but will the trials be any different? Let's find out. Because it's the fucking Colossus. It's OP as shit, let's be honest. Alright. Against Titans, it does so much damage that they just really can't do anything to it, no matter what, really. Like, they have to have pretty much items and everything. But for now, I will see how much better they do than our tier 1 team. Our damage team, I mean. Okay, so I am definitely going to say that that is a tier 4 still. Now you guys may be wondering, that's kind of unfair, but not that we're not giving the defense guys a chance. But the damage side got completely eviscerated even at tier 4, like at tier 3 I mean. And 20% reduction of damage isn't gonna do anything. We didn't even get close, alright? We didn't get close to defeating the Colossus as damagers. We didn't get close to defeating it with the tanks. And reducing it by 20%, what does it matter when he does like a 9,000 damage? Alright? So, and like, what ability could we possibly throw at it that would actually make us survive? Like, none of our healing abilities would help enough. Like, the most healing you could do is like around 4,000 or 5,000 maybe. I think it's a little bit higher than I think it's a little bit higher than what it actually is, 5,000. So you're definitely not out healing it because it also costs a fuck ton too. And no matter what damage spell I throw at it, it wouldn't be enough to stop it in time. I can't throw walls in front of it constantly because it just destroys walls in 2 hits. So even with all of that, even at tier 3, I know for a fact that it will not be possible because that thing hits fucking hard. You're supposed to have a very diverse team for that. And even with that, it's fucking challenging. So, you know, That is kind of my justification for that. There's just no way that they could beat it. Alright. So, the next one we're going to is Trial 3, The Lords of Hell. So let's do this. So far they're doing quite well. I'm trying to think if the Damagers actually did complete this. I don't think they did, at least not at... Yeah, they weren't able to do it at all, I don't think. So, if they could beat this, even at Tier 3, if they could beat it, they basically will officially win the challenge against them. All they gotta do is win one trial. Of course, the Colossus was never gonna happen for either team, but hopefully the tanks can win it just one out of all the 3 remaining challenges. They're getting pushed back right now. Not the main boss, but the second strongest Lord of Hell's coming after them right now. So we'll see how this all unfolds. Luckily though, the 2 dragons and the fucking rock golems with them stand in his way. Oh, here comes the angel. Oh yeah. They might got this. Come on. Come on, you tank players. People that love their tanks. Come on, defense! Defense! That's what we gotta cheer for. They're doing it! I don't fucking believe this shit. The damage team couldn't even beat fucking the second strongest, I don't believe. If they could actually beat this mission, that means they are officially better. They're still at tier 1 too, so they might even be able to beat it even if they do fail. They're doing fucking phenomenal. These rock golems keep pushing them back and they keep pushing through. They're a fucking bulldozer! Defense! Defense! They gotta find the next Lord of Hell soon. Push! 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 All the Titans, all together! Keep fighting! They got it. They hit him. Oh shit. Come on, fellas. Take him down. Oh my god, he's decimating all of them. Damn it. Alright, we're gonna have to step it up to tier 3. Or, sorry, tier 2. This is bad. fourth one just does so much damage. Come on, tanks! Defense, come on! Come on! Defense! 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 Come on! Yes! Holy shit! They did it! Ladies and gentlemen, they did it. They had to get to tier 2, but they did it. Holy shit! Oh, that was stressful as hell. Okay, so they have tier 2 for... Yeah, they got tier 2 on that. So, if they can actually get another one... I don't know which other one they can do, though. I really don't. We'll try this one next. Alright, so I was able to kill it on tier 1. No! No, run, run, run! Oh my god. I cannot believe that just worked. I wouldn't be able to do that without the defense buff though. So it still kind of counts for defense, I'd say. Maybe not, I don't know. Come on, fellas, I gave you a chance. Come on, take him down, boys. Take him down, take him down. Oh my god, they did it. Oh. Now, I'm just gonna do tier 3 on this because I seriously thought they could beat her. Just because she's also kind of like the Colossus when it comes to killing Titans. So. I'm actually quite surprised. They actually did it. Although, would they be able to do it at tier 1? I doubt this. Without, because that was really close. I don't know. I'll do the same thing as I did before, but like I don't know. Without that shield, that's really gonna make a huge difference. And without the huge damaging ults and stuff, I don't know. I just thought that they would not be able to do it because the damage team got slaughtered by this, but I guess they are completely different realms between damage and tank in this game. It is pretty substantial difference, I'd say. Can they do it? If they could do this on tier 1, I would probably shit. That angel being behind her does not help us at all. Come on. Oh shit. Ugh. Yeah, I feel like that was kind of not fair because of the fact that the angel wasn't there the whole time, so I decided to do that. Because I think they do got this if they have the angel in the front with them. It's just, with the angels behind them, it's just one less tank. Okay. So, okay, let me just bring together my thoughts. So, okay. So for the tier 3, right? So that was the um shit. That was the Lord of Hell. Yeah, Lord of Hell, that was tier 2. The Beastmaster, I don't did we couldn't beat it at all, could we? God, I actually can't remember, but I don't Wow. Uh did we beat it? I don't I don't think we did. Hold on, let me come back to you on that actually. All right, I do apologize. I actually completely forgot if I beat the giant wolf or not, and we did beat it just by a like barely beat it. And the only reason, okay, so for tier 4 and tier 5, it's a little bit tricky to really rate this because of the fact of just one major thing. Uh, we did have to use our leader to actually get behind the enemy and you know we had to get behind the enemy to actually win the match, right? And we had to go back to the starting area, like after we got far enough away. So the enemy had to pull back because our leader went behind them, and that's how we were ultimately able to do tier 4 and 5. Now, with tier 5, I do believe if the angel was there the whole time instead of going behind her, we definitely would have the angel would have been that extra difference in the front line that we wouldn't even had to use our leader. So that's a given. I would actually say that if anything, I do believe it would have been I think it would have been tier 1 for the fifth one. I honestly do believe that because of the fact that the Angel is like, you gotta keep in mind that the Angel is probably the second tankiest here, because the Angel's really strong because she doesn't have any weakness to anything. And if I'm not mistaken, one of these dragons is weak to the damage type she does. Well, let me just make sure about that. So, he's weak to strike and he's weak to magic, right? And the Amazon does, well, she does slash damage. So I guess neither of them are weak to it, but still, the point is, the Angel is still a formidable frontline unit. So I definitely think if the Angel would have been there the whole time, trading out hits with everyone else, we definitely would have been able to beat that mission no problem. Tier 4, on the other hand, is a little tricky. I feel like because I think we had to like push the wolf back like 2 or 3 times. Um, like I said, I only allowed it in the trial 5 because of the fact that Angel went behind her and she wasn't able to hit her, or she was able to hit her, but the enemy was able to hit her. So it made one of my best tanks not able to be a participant in the fight. So and the Angel would have probably died like 2 or 3 times. So that's a lot of health we're missing out of the fight, and we almost got her killed even with the Angel being behind her. So I definitely think that the given to Trial 5. I'm not so sure about Trial 4 though, because that was a major stretch. All right, like we had to really back up twice just to get the wolf off her ass, and then we had to sprint back to the big starting point with our tails between our legs just to be able to win that match. And even still, we were getting hit at the end, and we had a slither of health even after all that. You know, um, I I kind of want to make Trial 4 a failure for the tank side because ultimately it's more about them being able to prevent the leader from being attacked like that. You know, so I don't really know how to rate that. I think I'll just let it up to you guys, probably. I don't know how to rate that one, to be honest. Because that was, I mean, we got that on the stretch of our teeth, and it was only because of the fact that our leader went behind him, which I wasn't even sure we could do. Now, granted, I will say this. That wouldn't have been possible without the defense buff. That would not have been possible without the defense buff for our leader to go behind him like that, because that was the reason we survived. Otherwise, we'd have been one tapped pretty much. We would have almost like we would have had to, because we had to get hit at least 2 or 3 times just to get past his ass. And if I didn't have the defense buff, because the team 1 are not allowed to use the defense buff, and team 2 is not allowed to use the rage buff. If it wasn't for the defense buff specifically in that situation, we would have lost that match because there's no way I would have been able to keep my leader alive from such high damage like that. I just don't know if that really qualifies as a win because of the fact that our leader was in danger. I might anger some people, but I might anger some people on this list. Maybe, maybe not. But I want to say that that was a fail. I kind of do want to give that to the tanks. I kind of want to give them the failure for that wolf because like we got even with like that strategy of going behind the leader, we still nearly died. Like we were at the skin of our fucking teeth, and we barely got that off. Like I said, we did do it, sure, but in a way that's not really meant to happen, kind of deal. Um, and like I said, it's more about the tanks. It's more about the Titans actually performing rather than our leader, just using a simple exploit kind of deal, being able to escape because we were actually outside of the enemy's hitbox too. Like they weren't able to hit us at all. So because we were behind it practically. So I mean, if we really wanted to, we could have like reset the whole mission, and you know, had the wolf fight us from square one again from where he spawned at. You know what I mean? So I do qualify that mission as a fail because we did get pushed back all the way, even behind our spawning point. I mean, the wolf was literally hitting people as they spawned in. So I do think that like you guys might have a different opinion on that, maybe, and it's okay if you do. But I personally think that was a fail. Um, but even okay, so we'll just say that's a fail. All right, just because, like I said, my leader kind of spared them. My leader spared them. My leader did that for them. They didn't. They failed to protect our leader. That he nearly got killed. Right. So even with that exploit, so I do think that's a fail. I would consider that a failure. So, but even with that, look at how much better the tanks did. Look at this. Every single mission for the extras, they didn't need to go to beyond tier 2 for. They were all tier 1. Extra 2, the damage team needed tier 3 for. Alright. For the trials, or extra 8 even. Like extra 8 was another one that they could not do. They could not do at all. Damage team 1 could not do at all. Extra 8, which was the Inferno. They couldn't fight the Inferno. We were able to fight the Inferno at rank 3 as the tanks. Trial 1 was tier 4. So that was a complete fail. Everyone has failed against Colossus now. All right, both teams failed. Tier 3, Trial 3, which was the Lords of Hell. Uh, Damage team completely got decimated on that. I remember we nearly got decimated, but we did hold it up because of our major defense. And there was there was no way our leader wasn't able to do the exploit there. Definitely not, because the range of the Lord of Hell is way farther, and our leader didn't get hit at all. I don't think when that happened, because I think if he got hit once, he actually would die. But yeah, so we did succeed at the Lords of Hell for the tank team. Uh, like I said, Trial 4 is a little iffy for the tanks. Like, they did do it, but they also kind of had the defense buff on the leader. It's, like I said, I already kind of explained all that. I do consider that a fail, though, just because of how much time my leader did have to buy for them, sort of deal. So, I do think that was a fail for them, because my leader is what won them the match, not them themselves. Because if my leader wouldn't have done that, we would have lost. That's as simple as that. So, yeah, I would consider that a failure. Tier 5, I was actually surprised by. I was not expecting the tank teams to win. Like, the other team got completely decimated on Tier 5. We actually won. So, like, literally, we failed 2 missions. Damage team lost 5 missions. Um, yeah, I the so I will do a more deep analysis, or you know a better conclusion sort of deal in the next video. There'll be a third part, and That would be that. Actually, I was gonna do that, but now I'm starting to think I should just conclude it here because of how long you guys had to wait for this part. So never mind on that. So for conclusion, uh, let's just say, okay, let's talk about this. All right. So for the damage team, all right. Actually, oh wait a minute. I know why I did wanted to do a conclusion thing. Okay, never mind. I'm probably gonna cut that out. Actually, I remember why I wanted to do the conclusion thing because it was gonna be a little bit more complicated than what I wanted to do with this. Okay, okay. So I'll have to write that down to remember myself. But yeah, so we're yeah, there is going to be a third part. I correct myself. There is going to be a third part. Sorry about that. Um, because I want to do some deep analysis with it. So yeah. Um, but yeah, ultimately, Tanks won. So good job, Team Two. They did it. I mean, they did way better than Team One. Like it's not even a competition. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if they could beat just one trial, they win, and they done that. They technically won three trials, but we'll just say two. We're just gonna say two. But they won two trials, and they didn't need to do that. They were able to do every extra. The damage team lost, at extra 8. I mean, tank team did way better. Like they really did. Um, for one reason or another, I guess defense is just way more uh outfitting for an army than damage team, according to these stats. Anyway, I'm sure that would change if you did more accurate shit. But as a fun thing, with just the damage titans versus tank titans, the tank titans ultimately do take the cake here. So yeah, um, but we're gonna be doing a part three, baby. And if you want to check out part one, make sure to check the description. It should be there. And part three will be in a few days or so. Alright, guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed this to some degree. This is the Legendary Fountain Titan signing off. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone. And one more thing before I go. Defense! Defense! Alright, I'll see you later.